Today on Sailor Says, we talk about the real meaning of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, a holiday celebrated by multiple different countries, but Thanksgiving has its roots in being thankful. Yes, Tuxedo Mask says, it is true that it's true that there are food and it's true that food is also a part of Thanksgiving. Football is also a big part of it as well. But the real meaning of Thanksgiving is a little more complicated than that. Maybe not really that complicated, but I like food, Sailor Moon says. And I like Thanksgiving because there's a lot of food, but there's a big reason why. In the year of 1620, a bunch of immigrants immigrated from England to Plymouth Rock, at least what would become the Plymouth Colony, and what would eventually become the United States. At this time, the people who took the journey were not really impaired. A lot of them died from starvation, dehydration, and hypothermia by the time they even got there. Others died from the hypothermia, dehydration, and starvation after they got there. They didn't really understand it was winter. They had a hard time making shelter and hard time finding food for themselves. That's right, Sarah Mercury. But the native North Americans, some of them took pity on them and befriended them and decided to help teach them how to hunt, how to plant their own food. And after they were so thankful to God for being able to survive the harsh winter and befriending natives that were compassionate enough and considerate and noble to help them out, they decided to celebrate it by having what was called Thanksgiving. True, but Thanksgiving, the first Thanksgiving went on for maybe a week, maybe a couple of days. No one really knows. All we know is, according to journals and book and stuff, that was how the first Thanksgiving came into being. And now remember, people, be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for what you got. Just like those immigrants who immigrated from England to North America, who were grateful for their life, grateful for their food, grateful for their shelter, and also grateful for their newfound friends, who had compassion for them and decided to help them out. That is what the meaning of Thanksgiving is. Remember, people, be thankful. That is what Thanksgiving is for. So remember, people, Thanksgiving is about being thankful, people. That is the true meaning of Thanksgiving Day in the United States. So remember, be thankful for what you got. Be thankful for what you got, what you have. And remember those who are less fortunate than you. But also, remember those brave, noble men and women who immigrated from England to what would become the United States, those who died and those who survived. And remember those how grateful they were for their fans, for their family, their new friends, their shelter, their food, and their new land. Remember that, people. Sailor Moon says.